Hi everyone, this is Cynthia, and today I am sharing with you that the success from one of my clients and how he was going through the process and what he has learned, what changes has he seen in his voices, and how has his life been changed. And you will find more from his story and hope that you will get inspired by his sharing and you can work more on your voice as well.
Hi, Cynthia. Thanks. I know you said success. I'm not going to say I'm 100% there.
Yes.
But it's definitely better than where I started.
Yes.
I'm sure you still have my first recording to compare.
Yes.
So to give everyone a little background, I came to Cynthia saying, and Cynthia has like 3 different tracks for different kind of approaches. So we had our first meeting. And I told her exactly what my problem was. I don't have stage fright. I don't have any of the issues. My problem is my job involves speaking 8 hours, 10 hours a day, every day. It's my new job. So the thing is, I used to get tired speaking half an hour or 40 minutes, and I would get tired. And my sound really wasn't what I remember it being, right? It was like, it sounded a bit childish, sounded a bit unsure, but that wasn't really my sound. I don't remember it like that. So after hearing some of her videos, I was like, hey, what she's saying is making a lot of sense to me. And I went in, I said, I want one-on-one coaching because this is essential. About 2 months later, I was having this meeting that would last 5 to 6 hours. It was just me speaking, standing up, presenting, large room, about 20 to 30 people, lots of questions, Q&A. And I realized when I walked out of that meeting, 7 hours later, I felt like I had new energy, like I could go on. I'm like, you guys done? You guys tired? I'm not. I could go on like another 2 hours. And that's when I realized that something had changed, because that's not me. I would be 1 hour and I would stop speaking because I was tired, right? Like I would be like, my throat is so tired. So yeah, so when I walked out of 7 hours of meeting, I was like, this is great. And I remember our first meeting when Cynthia told me that speaking is relaxing. And that's something I would never forget, because I always assumed speaking is not relaxing. It's like exercising. So you need to be fit in order to do it. But no, speaking is relaxing. The more you do it, the better you feel, right? Yes. And I'm definitely there, all right? And that was not all. That was just my confidence booster that, okay, I'm on the right track. Every meeting I've had since then has been amazing. I mean, I don't know if it's a coincidence, but even career-wise, I'm doing way better. Way better. Like in just that 6 months, things have changed a lot for me, for the better.
Yes. So we pause for a while. I think one of the biggest things that you shared right now is before we were working together, so your voice was not able to last that long. And as we work together, you started to find that you can speak for long hours, and then you felt that other people are feeling tired, but you can continue going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. So that's one. And then the other one is, I think you shared with me as well, which is that before you worked with me, would you like to share that the kind of situation you were in, kind of in terms of authority, and then where you are now in terms of the career and authority?
Oh, yes, definitely. So I'm really good at what I do. So eventually people started to ask me to, teach, train, do workshops. But what I noticed was, of all the attendees, like I would say if there were 20 people, maybe 1 or 2 would be going along with me. A lot of people would be like, I can't really hear this guy so well, maybe in the first 10 minutes, but after that, they're all like, what's going on? And coming out, I couldn't get people to take action, right? Like I want them to go and take some action. That's how they will be successful. But it seems like maybe I wasn't projecting that confidence, right? My voice wasn't sounding so sure, right? Even if I answered the question, I was probably not so sure, right? So those things were happening. That was not good at all. All right, I'm going from presentations and I'm speaking to 200 people in a room and I'm getting zero action. Can you imagine that? Like maybe 5 people out of 200. I spoke to 200. Like I said, I don't have stage fright. Spoke to 200 people, did an amazing job from my perspective. But Cynthia had me recorded, like the 1 minute when I'm presenting, and it was not good. My voice sounded like I was not confident of what I was saying. So that was a big challenge for me. Like people would ask me a question, I would respond. I would not sound sure. My voice sounded like meek, like a kid. And I look a bit younger than the rest of the people in the team. So I'm not that young though, but I do look, and they would not take me seriously.
Mm.
But that has changed quite a bit. Like I can get 100% action right now. Like I can have people go in and say, look, this is what you've learned today. All you have to do is right now, do this on your laptop. And they will do it. Or they will go home and do it. And they will email me. So that's happening.
Yeah. It feels good, right?
It does. And I was really bad at this. I realize now I was so bad at this. And it's only making me do more. Like every day I wake up, I practice. Anytime I find myself sitting around, I practice. And that helped.
And at the same time, yeah, there's another thing you shared with me, that in your company that they set up this position, special position for you, that actually demonstrating that you are the expert. Can you share more on that? Yes.
Yes. I mean, it could be that it was happening all across the board, but again, it's up to a company, right? When they are promoting people, it's up to them whether they move the whole team or just a few people. So I was an engineer, then I became a specialist. That's a really soft out of the position. That's really for experts. That's really is for experts. So I was moved there during the time I was doing my training. It was just in February. In January, I was told, and it was February, and I had a meeting with my boss. Okay, my new boss, and definitely he wants to know whether I can do the job. Right? He knows I'm good at it, but can I do this? He's speaking to different people. And I'm happy that, he thought I could do it. And it's working out great.
Yes.
It's proof.
Yeah. The voice, one of the key issues that we worked on was that your voice was not coming out.
Yes.
So
yes, that's another thing. Even with a microphone, right, boosted up, my voice would not come out. Like, you couldn't hear me. And I had people doing this, they would be like, what are you saying? So you can see them doing that because they can't hear me. They're across me on the table.
Yes. Yeah. So that's a big change. So the other one you were also sharing during our working together, I think, not sure if you still remember, you were also saying that now you feel you can negotiate with your boss for anything that you want. You have more kind of confidence on doing it.
Yeah. So since I started observing how things are changing, obviously I'm trying to go for the bigger challenge, right? I mean, the basic things I have to do at my work, I have to do it either way, right? Whether I'm good at it or bad at it. So I'm thinking, what if I could proactively now use my newfound voice to do something else? Like, how about negotiate with my boss? Maybe get some time off, maybe go travel, maybe ask for a promotion, whatever it is. Or, even speak to people, speak to my colleagues. So that's more effective, like proactively using what I've learned, So for that, I'm still learning from Cynthia on how to construct something that people can really relate to. Like, there's a structure to how you present things, so they can understand your position, and then they know what they need to do. Whether it may be 1 out of 5 things you've talked about, but at least they know where you're coming from, what the story is, what the action is. So that's the structure now we can use. So Cynthia is helping me with that.
Yeah, and then also the other thing I like just now, you were sharing that in the past, even people across the table, they have to go like this to hear you. But
Yes.
now, the last time when we talked, you were saying that if I was asking you, I said, if you are speaking to a room of 30 people, would you have the confidence that you will be able to project your voice? And you were saying, yes, I have the confidence, and I don't see any doubt. So would you also share something on that?
Yeah, definitely. So the thing is, I was so involved in my own work, I never noticed that people actually lean forward when I'm talking, right? Like they can't hear me. And I have to, obviously, the way I was speaking was wrong. So I have to put in a lot of effort to speak to them. And that's not sustainable. You can't talk to people all day like that. And especially you can be in a room where there's a big meeting and you have to stand up and speak. You'll get tired. I have 3-hour meetings. So at this point, I don't have to scream. So I just know I need to use more air. That's all I need to do. So I'm pretty sure that now if I stood up to speak to a room of 20, 30 people, I don't need a mic.
Okay, yes, that's very good. It's a big progress. Okay, the other thing you were sharing just now, you said you started to understand that voice projection is effortless. So can you share a bit more about your findings and your experiences on that?
All I can say is it's difficult to describe when you have forever believed that speaking is either screaming loud, putting energy, whatever it is. You feel down, like I don't have energy to speak to a large room, right? So my idea of projecting voice was you speak really loud. That was projection for me. Well, where I'm right now is you just have it. You just have it. The only time you don't have it, you actually know why. You know why you don't have it. You're doing something wrong. So knowing what you're doing wrong is also important. So many times now, anybody who comes up to speak, I evaluate them like Cynthia. Like, what are they doing wrong if I can't hear them? Or, hey, he's not breathing right. Or that's why he looks nervous. He's not breathing right. But then I also observe people who are so amazing. They can speak to 150 people without mic. Knowing that, I also had an occasion, I walk into the office, I'm just saying hello, hi, just normal stuff, right? I'm saying, hi, yeah, I'm back. I was away for 4 weeks, I'm back. And they're like, what happened to your voice? Well, you sound awesome, you sound sexy, somebody would say. I'm like, oh, I just quit smoking. I didn't.
Yeah, and would you say that this has been the best investment that you have made?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Like, there's no way what's happening with me right now at work, right, would have happened if I had not done this. Like, can you imagine you promote some random guy who's just joined the company 6 months ago to a position like that there's only one of in all of South Asia, all right? There's only 3 people in all of Asia. You do that, do you think people would even listen to this guy or say, he's full of crap? But that didn't happen. That's a big deal. That didn't happen. So he definitely helped me. I think investment wise, I'm just wondering what I can do next. Like, it's nothing. It's like, can I keep going? Can I use this magic even harder? Like, go overboard.
Yeah, the sky's the limit. So let's see.
By the way, I've never done this for anyone. I've spent lots of money on lots of different courses and training, and I wouldn't even type the feedback form. I would not. Because I would be like, sure, it helped me. I don't know if it'll help the next person. But this one definitely does. Okay. Thank you, Cynthia.
Sure, thank you
so much.
Yeah, thank you. What kind of words you have for those who are still kind of not sure whether this will help them?
Oh, I don't know. I was really bad. So it definitely helped. And like for me, I just assume this is me, right? That's my personality. I don't have a strong voice. Uh, I can just give you the material. I can tell you what I know. Take it or leave it.
Mm.
All right. Don't expect me to have some Tom Cruise kind of voice to help you along with that stuff. But hey, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I have a really bad accent. I have a really bad everything, like no personality, nothing. All I know is what I know, and a terrible voice. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Mm. Mm.
And I'm not saying I'm even 100% there.
And also, I think for you, you are also very resourceful, because when the things are not working, you are really thinking of ways to make it work. I think that's one
Yes.
of, yeah, that's one of the key qualities that you have also helped you to get where you are.
Yeah. Some depending on, like you said, I think a lot. I research a lot,
Mm.
but that also means that when I did my research, like watching YouTube or reading books, I was not doing it right.
Mm.
So the pro is, yes, I got the resources, but I was doing it wrong.
Mm.
And that only made things worse.
Mm.
So at least with Cynthia, right, with her guidance, I was able to fact check. Hey, am I doing this right? No, you're not doing this right. And she will call out. It doesn't matter how popular you are. She will call out.
Mm.
Yeah.
We will hear some final advice.
I'm not an advice person. I would say just do what Cynthia is telling you. Keep practicing and wait for the time when you once just doing your everyday thing, you realize, hey, just like I did. Hey, I just did this, and I didn't even realize it, because you want this to be as natural as possible.
Mm. Yes.
It shouldn't be something you have to remember.
Mm. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much again, and I will wish you more successes.
Thank you.